Hi, in this video I would like to share a couple of tips about how to ace your next job interview. It's a really stressful thing for many people to attend a job interview, and over the last couple of days I conducted many interviews with people who were applying for a position at my company, and I was able to pick up a few patterns. And of course I also attended many job interviews before and learned extensively about body language, attitude, and interpersonal communication. So hopefully some of the tips that I will give you are going to be useful. So tip number one, if you really want to get that job, understand that there are other factors that come into play that will determine if you are going to get the position or not. It's not, unfortunately, all in your hands. So as much as you can try, sometimes there are just things beyond your control that affect the outcome. So maybe there's someone who's better suitable for this position. Maybe the time when you can start the job is not appropriate for the employer, or maybe they just decided to, for some tiny reason, to go with someone else. But there are many things that you can affect, so let's focus on these things. But this knowledge that it's not all in your hands, I think will give you a little bit more self-confidence, but also a feeling of calm before the interview. So you will know that you just do the best you possibly can. But it might not be enough because of some lack factors. So then it's just a matter of statistics, basically. So then with your job search, you just have to apply, and then go to as many interviews as possible. In a way, it's like a lottery. But then there are these factors that you can affect. So once you're there, you have to show yourself as the person who's most suitable for the job. So tip number two is to check your attitude and your body language before stepping into the office of the company that you're applying for. You cannot just simply walk off the street and expect to have the right attitude and feeling to perform at your best. I had this so many times when people are just slumped in their chair and waiting in the lobby and even listening to their music and waiting for the interview. That's not how you prepare. You can do a couple of things there just to make sure that you are at your best. First, you can assume the power posture. So even for 2 minutes, you can just stand like this with your chin up, and it will automatically release the happy chemicals in your brain and make you feel stronger. There will be more serotonin, more adrenaline in your system, and even more testosterone. So you'll feel more powerful there. The other thing is to recall a situation where you performed at your best when you were at the interview and in the end you got the job, or when you had a difficult exam but you pulled through and were able to succeed and everyone was cheering. So then, just in your mind's eye, try to bring back these amazing memories of your success. And this will also put you in the state of mind of a winner. So then you can go into the situation and actually perform and appear to be self-confident, right? Okay, and the third thing, this is super important, and it is the first impression that you make on your potential employer. Did you know that it takes around 5 to 7 seconds to form the first impression? And after that, it's more or less indelible. So you only have one chance, right? So how do you do it? First, it's better when you sit in the lobby, sit in a confident position with your legs on the ground, not cross-legged, and with your chin up and just sitting with your back straight. Then you automatically project self-confidence and competence. So it's amazing because you basically project certain characteristics by using your body language into the mind of your potential employer. So just by sitting like a self-confident person, when you do that first impression, they automatically assume, this person is self-confident. They are able to perform the job well. And then automatically stand up as soon as you see the person coming in. Also be nice to the secretary, because they could have influence over the final decision, because sometimes an employer can ask, hey, how were they when they were sitting in the lobby? Were they nice to you, and so on? Or sometimes just little gossip. You never know who has influence over the situation. And then you automatically stand up and have a good firm handshake and look the person straight in the eye and say that, hello sir, or hello ma'am, it's great to meet you. I'm really excited about this job. Can we go into the office and talk about it? So just project your enthusiasm and self-confidence. That's how you make a really good impression. And something so important, and yet many people disregard it nowadays, is your appearance, your physical appearance. So if your hair is messed up, if you come to the interview in your workout apparel, then how the other person can consider you as a candidate for the job? This is just not going to happen. So just respect these old school rules. So dress professionally, get your hair done, keep a watch or some professional accessories. That's how you show them that you really want to get this job. And then once, that's number 4, once you're in the meeting room already, then your knowledge is going to play a huge role in the interview process. So of course you can fake it until you make it. Just try to appear confident and sit up straight and ask questions and answer in a confident way. That's one thing. But the other thing is your knowledge about the role and your knowledge about the company and your skills. This is going to determine probably 50% of the interview. So come prepared always. Read everything that's on the website of the company. Read about the job role, and even have a list of the questions that you want to ask at the end. Because what if they say, thank you for all your questions, for all your answers, it was really great, so now do you have any questions for us? And then you just sit there, no, actually, yeah, I had something, but now I forgot. So how do you appear to this person in that moment? Like you're totally unprepared. So it can be stressful during the interview. So just write these questions down, and do not ask 20 questions, because then everyone will just get bored and you will take up too much time of your interviewer. But if you have around 5 questions, that should do the trick, because then at the end you show once more that you are really interested in the position, that you are really curious, but also this time when you ask questions, it's time for you to take the control over the conversation and also to create a more familiar bond with the person, because at the beginning it's just they asking you questions, and they are also, the interviewer is also maybe a little bit tense at the beginning, because it's always like this when you are meeting a new person. But once you start asking questions at the end, it can turn into an amicable conversation almost. So then, yes, at the end of the interview, you are already at ease with the other person and they feel comfortable with you as well. So then it's much easier to hire a person that you have a certain bond with, if you know what I mean. And also, one thing that so many people just fail to do is to say what were their major accomplishments in the previous positions. Because when I invite a person for the interview, my job is to make sure that they can perform the job. One thing is that they have a good character, personality. They will fit into the company's culture. But the other thing is, can they do the job? So give specific examples. That's number 5. Give specific examples of the things you did to bring value to your previous employers, right? And the other thing is to say that you can start as soon as possible, that you are eager, that just time doesn't matter and you can just come tomorrow. By that you show eagerness, because when a position is open in a company, it means most probably that the person is required almost immediately, that there is already some kind of bottleneck in the process. There's not enough work capacity. Otherwise, the position wouldn't be open. So everyone in the company is already a little bit stressed. In the team, they don't have enough time to do everything, and they need the person fast. So even if you can join only after 1 month, you can say, yes, right now I'm employed by another person and I could join on the 1st of the next month, but I'm really eager to do it. So if you have anything to give me, like materials, presentations, some small jobs to do, even some simple task that I can already start doing, then I can already do it. By that you show them that you are really into it, that they can count on you, that you already want to do something for them, even if you won't get any money for it. So I hope these tips were helpful to you. Just keep them in mind when you go to your next job interview, and remember, the most important thing is your attitude. So prepare your knowledge, read everything you can, and then give specific examples of the things in the past that made you successful in another position, and just watch your body language, and I'm sure you are going to succeed. So I hope this finds you well. Please share this video and like it, and until next time.